today, just silent.
Hoy el problema es que discutimos sobre la agenda de las corporaciones multinacionales que imponen los gobiernos, como hoy el primer ministro que está en México ahora.
What we are discussing today is the topics that the big corporation put in the agenda and that the government follow the big corporations, like today that the Prime Minister of Canada is with the President of Mexico.
La interrogante, la pregunta es, ¿qué piensan ustedes para superar este rezago en el debate de la construcción de la agenda propia, la agenda de los trabajadores, no el comercio justo, sino un trabajo digno?
Then the question is, what is your advice? What do you think about building a workers' agenda, not an agenda about free trade, but an agenda about dignified work?
¿Y cómo traducir las ideas en acciones continentales, en acciones internacionales, como la defensa de los contratos, las jubilaciones, la educación, la salud?
And how do we move these ideas into actions, action in the continent, action internationally, to defend the education, health, dignified work?
Thomas mentioned, well, we have also the CISO in Quebec, which groups all the different trade union organizations, and they collaborate together on the theme of international solidarity. And I think this is really important. We just started a project like 2 years ago in Burkina Faso, so we're working with all the unions in Burkina Faso and all the unions in Quebec, and we're working with the World Match of Women in Burkina Faso. So I think this is the type of things we have to start doing together. And with relation to another question that was raised, organization, the CSN has strong links with ELA in the Basque Country, with the CTA Argentina, with the CUT Brazil and other organizations. And at one point, the discussion on where do we find places to discuss among each other about what are our common thinking has led us to choose to do some mission to Palestine or to Occidental Sahara together, instead of having a meeting where we would discuss about our theories and all that. Say, if we want to be closer, can we do some actions together and bring solidarity in other parts of the world and try to do some of these things? So I think that one of the key is to just engage in actions and to create a link with what you just said, how to have those continental actions. I think we have to do actions at the national level on all these things, and after that it's more easy to link them together. But if we don't do such things on these issues, and it's really difficult to try to impose them from a continental space that is unknown to most of the workers in our organizations. And that also leads to the problem where the difficult thing is to bring to the national level all that we discuss and all those nice campaigns and ideas, because I find that facing all the difficulties we are facing, many times leaderships try to effectuer un repli, to close them to the priorities and all that, and to go to the less or the smallest common denominator. And that's something very challenging, and that's what's happening with NAFTA right now, because in Canada, the fear of losing NAFTA is very, very high. But at the end, if you look at the things, would it be so dramatic? I'm not sure about it, but could we at least ask the question? I mean, the CCPA has done a nice research on it, but I think in the organization it's been, oh, well, let's not go into this because our workers in that field would, like, they need NAFTA, you know, because they are integrated. But we have to dig deeper in those debates, and that's unfortunately something that is hard to find these days, to really try to be a leader is someone who can give courage to people to embrace another type of another type of vision. So how can we be bolder together when we have those questions? So anyway, perhaps it would have been clear in French.
Thank you. The question on what we can do to put into action is a great idea as we are developing. In my view, requires us to retrace our roots and we start doing the simple things we can do together with the grassroots. Yes, we can discuss these issues, we can analyze them academically at this level, but the workers have a right to discuss these issues no matter how complex we may think they are. We have to give the workers in the grassroots an opportunity to exercise their brains on them, because that is how trade unionism was built. It was built in bushes, for hiding in bushes and discussing, because it was illegal. We are only privileged to be in these beautiful places discussing the issue. But workers have the answers to these questions if they are given the opportunity to discuss them from their own practical, contextual reality. So I believe whatever we can do at our level should be pointing to empowering and inspiring workers who wish to take action. That action we can purify and modify, but the workers themselves must be inspired. That's what I think. It is in the International Workers' Solidarity Anthem, if you sing it. What we need is power to change the world, not just to discuss it. It is written on Karl Marx's grave. Karl Marx's grave has a writing in Highgate in London. I've had the opportunity always to visit and see. He said, whereas philosophers have concentrated on analyzing the world, the actual point is to change it. And it is the workers that will change their environment, facilitated by the different groups and the privileged like us who are seated in the places to discuss. Thank you.
Well, we're over time, so I'm going to be cutting off Robert and Thomas from answering this. And we're out of time, I think.
I'm so sorry. I would not do this normally, and I'm supposed to be all agency and whatever, but I just have to because we're talking about worker boys, people who are on the ground. And this is my friend who's a former factory worker from Lesotho and a current union organizer facing these chapters. I think she's hungry, you were writing notes back and forth. But what next? I know that. I know they're going to give me the Constitution. But you say, ask what you wanted to ask. Go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Alfana. My name is Rotande. I'm from Lesotho. Yes, I once was a factory, but now I'm a union organizer. So this is a question that Kate asked you before. You know the problem that we face in our countries. Like, you even said, if you take the Constitution and you talk to the executives, the problem is those executives, they are controlled by the GSs and union organizers. So what I want to know is, what do we have to do to teach our executives, or what are their roles? Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Oh, well, we have a second question too, so.
Yes, take two together. Thank you. Sorry to expand this thing, but there is a lot of big generalities being discussed here. And workers are not one single united body with the same life experience, country, politics, or anything. So there is also a very complicated relationship between nation states and trade unions and political parties. And those who have experience with India, for example, you will know that C2, for example, is a communist union. It is not affiliate, it's a labor expression of Communist Party Marxist of India. AITUC is not even hidden, but directly a branch of the Congress Party. And Bharatiya Mazdoor Sabha is actually an outreach of the present fascist Hindu fundamentalist government, which is very important history of India that we are developing now, and they too have their trade unions. So this connection between fascist governments, or would-be fascist governments, let us put this way, and workers is very complicated. So when you go to do international linkages with people, you have to ask yourself, are all workers the same workers? And what is the relationship to the ongoing politics and the state power? Because by enabling Bharatiya Mazdoor Sabha, you are not enabling the workers, quote unquote, of India, whose interest is against neoliberalism and capitalism. So I just wanted to put that out.
Thank you. Who wants to go? Well, maybe we can continue over lunch, because otherwise we're going to delay